Hi, my name is Gap. You can call me Varut Rintanalert. Before we begin, I wish to talk about prototyping, especially in prototyping interaction. Today, I think designers are facing the fact that they have to design smart objects. So it's not just about making simple watches, furnitures, or flashlight, but actually smart objects like variable devices that would trigger when a certain kind of condition is reached, or a device that know where you are and able to tell where your home is. Now the important thing about these is not about how you are going to make the form, but it's actually about how to test whether your function is right. And I think the only way, or the most effective way, is to make it. It's about prototyping the interaction out. And the problem here is that most designers don't have enough skills to actually make the function happen. Either it requires some skills in electronics, or in programming, or in construction, or in engineering, or all of it. But to start, I think the very important thing is that they need to be able to communicate what they want, or what they actually needed, or what's the function. That is why I start making things like paperacti, or as part of the interactive system. So I make paperacti. In a nutshell, paperacti is about defining what's your input, what's your condition, what is the output, and what is the condition of the output when the input condition is true. So basically, I'm using the concept of conditionally in programming to help designer define their interactions. It's go as simple as this. If this happens, then that happens, or else this happens. So I made these tools, and I have tested this tool with 22 students, and the results were great. Not only that the designers can communicate better and make people understand the ideas better, the designer themselves can start to articulate the idea at a much deeper level, or I would say at the interaction level. So instead of saying, should we press or touch, they start saying, well, we should press it this hard and not that hard. Or if a person is closer than 3 meters, then the light will turn on rather than if a person is close to it. So you're getting really specific on things. And that was make the difference. The next thing in the interactive line is called Interactive Pro. And Pro here stands for prototyping. So is it actually an improved version of paperacti, but focusing more on prototyping out interactions through open source system like Arduino or Tier. And instead of doing electronics, you can buy some ready-made parts online in order to prototype out the interactions. So here's how it looks. And you can just drag and drop the input to form things like a flow chart. And then you can specify the conditions, and then you have it. So this is an example of how to make a rules. So if I make one rule, let's say if I press 2 buttons, then the light will be turned on. So as I'm pressing the button, the program also tells me that I'm pressing this button and not that button, so you know what's going on. Then press 2 buttons and the light turns on. And so the last thing here is interactive. Interactive is when you combine the ability to prototype with the context of how it is used. So what you really end up with is a way to store your project by using storyboard and interactions as a mean to provide the context. And then you can then store it in different ways. And the good thing about it here is that it recognizes that in one project you can have more than one concept. You can have 2 concepts, 3 concepts working together. So it gives you this overall view of the project storyboard. So you can see how the whole thing is going to play out together. So basically interactive is a way to put, and it's putting the principle of paperacti online and combining that with Interactive Pro. so everyone can access them as well as prototyping the stuff out. I'm trying to launch Interacti Pro in 2014 as an open source software, and if you are interested to know more, please visit interacti.me. Thank you for your time.